Hello everybody and welcome back to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. This is session 131 and we've got some pretty exciting stuff I think in store. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode with a little bit of a recap. Previously in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, the party found themselves being welcomed into the Immortal Vale, the domain of the Sethian Scourges. The group was planning to parley with the Spirit Nagas, hopefully to avoid conflict altogether, and if unable to do that, to at least glean some useful information about their potential enemies. Ashes also needed to speak to the Scourges about Borden, one of his mentors, as this had been the Elder Lycan's last known location. The party was led through the Immortal Vale by a group of drow, some clearly under a mind-controlling effect, while others were not, and one of which sported an emblem of the drow house breath. The tour took them past many bullywugs who had been mind-controlled as well, through a series of tunnels and caves filled with fungus and supplies, eventually leading out to a large open cave with a high ledge all around its edge, the center of which was filled with deep, swampy water. The drow motioned for the party to enter the arena-like location, and they did so after Matashtai summoned his rowboat down into the water. From here, the party rowed south, following the directions of the drow across the lake to its southern point. Ezrah could feel a primordial power buzzing in the air here, filling the space with malevolent energy. To the south, the party found a hazy cave filled with twisting, writhing scales, flesh from countless serpentine bodies. Two Ophidian faces pressed through the mass to look upon the party. They had found the Sethian Scourges. The Scourges, Excrutha and Saraketh, spoke telepathically, broadcasting their thoughts to the party. At first, they were pleasant, taking the guise of humble traders, but after attempting to arrange an exchange of information for a favor, the conversation began to turn south. Ashes wanted to ask after Borden, and in return, the Scourges wanted the party to get rid of Karstus, the necromancer, by whatever means they desired. But as negotiations pressed on, the Rod of Rulership was mentioned. This resulted in the Scourge's mood turning sour and Ezrah being hit with a magical effect, though he shrugged it off. After that, the Scourges began to complain that the party was droll, excessively paranoid, boring. An odd air began to take over the conversation as the Spirit Nagas answered Ash's questions about Borden. The Elder Lycan had been here, though only briefly, and apparently he had warned the Nagas that another like him would be following him. He also told these Scourges that he was heading deeper into the dungeon, seeking the Queen in Obsidia, as she was an ally to a most important goddess. As this conversation began to wind down, Bones realized that why these Scourges were being so glib. And that was because they had no intention of letting the party leave here alive. The Nagas began to monologue, and Bones urged the party to flee. Ashes and Matashtai turned the boat, rowing northward hard, and in their wake, a behemoth, frog-like creature crested out of the lake. The creature surged after the party, the Scourges cackling in the distance. The froghemoth snatched at the boat with its tentacles and ripped Ezrah out of the vessel, swallowing him whole in an instant. Bones was able to free the boat, and Ashes and Matashtai surged at the oars, fleeing out of the primordial arena. But their way was nearly blocked by two venom trolls that sprayed poison on the party and stole one of the oars. Fortunately, the monk was able to get the oar back, the rogue was able to wound the froghemoth tentacles, and the bloodhunter was able to tear another tentacle asunder as he rowed the boat around the trolls and into new waters. Meanwhile, Ezrah, within the belly of the beast, unleashed the barely constrained power he had gained from the newest piece of the Haas Narketa. His flesh began to crackle with energy, his eyes, hair, and vitiligo going pink with flashes of arc lightning. The sorcerer took on a new form, becoming a spark elemental. He unleashed torrents of energy into the froghemoth's insides, causing the beast's stitched together flesh to rip asunder. Then out flew Ezrah back to the safety of the party. But as he regrouped with his fellows, the abomination and the trolls broke off their pursuit. The party had escaped, but the waters to the west of them began to roil and thrash. And the party remembered that this was the territory of the Queen of Bones. Had they escaped, or had they been shepherded into a deadlier threat? And that is where we will fade in. So, let me drop you guys on over. Swap up some music.
Yeesh.
And we will get things started up. As I think in this particular instance, there is no real pretense. You see the spines of a bone naga cutting through the water as Hexakali, the Queen of Bones, breaks the surface.
Oh, she little.
Well.
Same size as the other ones.
I think as that happens, I need everyone to go ahead and select their tokens and roll for initiative. And I get to do this because it's fun. I get to do... I get to do that.
Nice.
Jay knows what that sound is very well.
Love it.
So I said this the last time when we did Yerk, right? That it would have been really cool to have like a Dark Souls health bar. So now Hexakali has a Dark Souls health bar. So
Does it update?
No, it doesn't update. But
damn,
I was gonna say, holy shit.
I'm considering trying to like go through the trouble of figuring something out there, but for now,
you could query the API. I bet that would not be that hard at all.
You have the
except the querying the API is the scenario of, okay, what is querying the API and then what is happening, right? Is it swapping to a different JPEG or PNG each time that it queries the API?
I don't know what you video graphic people
and if
do.
that scenario is happening, like, how many PNGs do I have there? Right? Like,
I'm just saying, I'm sure I could get it to update the number in a table, and if you have the table generate the bar, I don't, like a graph or whatever.
Okay, but see, what is that? Is that gonna be a PNG? Is that gonna be a JPEG? How am I supposed to put that into Roll20 and have it represent something?
I don't know, Jeremy. I don't know what I mean.
If you can figure it out for me, I will totally.
You could do it on the stream. You could just like clip the element or whatever.
Oh yeah, I mean there's
for your viewers, and we suffer.
I'm sure there are ways to do that type of thing. Anyways, that's happening. We're removing these things because they're not involved. We don't care about that anymore.
We can still see a troll. Like just down.
They're in the waiting in the wings. They can see you. They see what's happening. All right, we got that.
Love it.
Go ahead and turn that on.
We leave, right?
I believe that's what we discussed. Although I'm saying she's like looking a lot smaller than I thought. That's a lot less intimidating.
Well, she probably has like fucking 600 HP.
No, that'd be a lot.
I'm more worried about the people behind us.
Yeah. I was saying it's gonna be real hard to eat through 600 HP.
I'm not worried about her.
Good lord, Jeremy. Stop.
Just barely beat me.
She's she's feisty tonight, apparently. Okay.
She knew her future king was in the boat.
Yeah,
It's
things
me, baby.
things get to get started. Okay, cool.
I am the Bone Lord.
Let's see how this goes. Okay. I'm gonna sneak this out of the way for now. And
Cone of Cold.
As Hexacali surges through the water towards you, a couple things are gonna happen. The first is so she's doing the shark thing, right? She like rises up out of the water, and you see her skeletal head for a second, and then she dips back in, surges towards you, and you just see this ridge line of spines, right? Like shark fins. As she approaches the vessel, you see a bubbling of water to the right of her, and then a thread of bone basically shoots out as she is going to try to stinger Bones.
Damn, that's neat. Thread of bone.
So
Damn, boy, you getting.
that is a
getting stoned.
19.
That is my AC.
Okay, you get hit for 16 piercing damage,
Uncanny dodge.
8 piercing damage, and then I need you to make a DC 16 strength saving throw or be yoinked to the Queen of Bones.
Strength? Oh shit. Okay. Well, 50-50. Here we go. Yep, that's yoinked.
Yep. Okay. So this this tail end of her tail,
I
right?
didn't see the 16 part.
it shoots forward, and it kind of like it pierces through your shoulder as you're kind of like dodging away, right? And in that moment, right, like you're on the back foot, it just pulls you, hurtles you bodily forward out of the boat into the water next to Hexacali. And then releases you, right? Like the pull doesn't grapple you or anything like that. It just yoinks you to her, and then deposits you. She continues forward, slightly, and you see right next to you, Matashtai, you see this great skeletal maw come rising up out of the boat, out of the water.
Real quick, who's got the Cloak of the Mana Ray?
Not I. I think I gave it to you.
Okay, am I supposed to have it? Because I certainly don't have it on, but am I supposed to have it?
It's not a. I don't think it's attunement.
It's not, but can everyone check their bags and make sure that I am... If you think you gave it to me, that's fine. I know for a fact I don't have it on.
Well, you originally gave it to me, so I am like 100% confident I would have given it back after we were done.
Okay.
I believe that is the situation.
You then gave it to somebody else.
I just didn't make
it's
a
not in
note
my
of it, I
inventory.
guess. That's very odd of me.
You have water breathing, by the way. We all have it.
Yes, but I have no swim speed.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I just want to make sure nobody else has it before I'm like, oh, yep, I've got that. I'm going to whip it out.
Okay.
Maybe don't whip it out on stream.
Oh, I'm whipping it out. Nips
don't.
only.
Don't whip it out on stream. Okay.
Well,
so
unless someone else finds it, I've got it.
as Hexacali moves forward, right? And Bones is bobbing in the water, trying to gain his bearings after having been ripped off the boat. Bones, you feel motion in the around around you, even though the main portion of Hexacali's body is to the north of you. There's something roiling around, and that same kind of portion, or a portion of her body, whips around you and tries to wrap you up in a coil.
Okay.
So
That
12.
doesn't-
That's
that
going to be a
does
miss.
not do it.
Fantastic.
I'm too oily.
You're too oily. Absolutely.
Oiled up.
And then after that happens, and her body, her head rises up, kind of like to look at you, to stare at you, Matashtai, right? Her head kind of like flops to the side, and her whole body tilts, and then you see her whole body just violently begin to spin.
Yo,
As
death
she-
roll!
She goes into a roll, and you see the water around her begin to froth and bubble. And as that happens, Bones, who is right next to her, the boat, which is right next to her, and Matashtai, who is up on the boat but still next to her, Matashtai will have advantage. I need each of you to roll me a dexterity saving throw, DC 16. As basically while she is spinning, her sharp ribs and things like that turn into kind of like this blender motion in the water.
You said I have advantage?
You have advantage because you're up you're out of the water on the boat. Some things are still kind of like cutting at you, right? But you're far enough away to where you have advantage on the save. Okay. So I need to double check real quick, Zach, on swim speed, whether or not you have disadvantage or anything.
I don't know.
I don't think you do, but I need to double check.
Okay. It was just like disadvantage on attacks if they aren't like piercing or with like special sea weapons or some
Yep.
shit.
I believe that's the case. I was just trying to make sure that there wasn't like a if you don't have a swim speed, blah 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 blah. So you should be good. So Bones and Matashtai, thanks to their unnatural quickness, are able to dodge out of the way of this rolling death ball of spines, basically, and ribs. But the boat, I need what's the boat's statistics?
So, I think I tried looking this up last time because I was curious when those bolts hit it.
Yeah.
But I didn't see stats for folding boat. I'll double check though.
Folding boats. They're just the stats of the regular thing. So
it's gonna be a stat of a rowboat.
So it'll be the stat of a rowboat, and a rowboat has an AC of 11 and HP of 50. It does not have a damage threshold, so it does just take straight damage. And it doesn't have stats per se, so we'll say it'll be a flat roll. So just just roll a d20. It has no modifier.
Okay.
Damn, boat.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
The boat.
Super boat.
All right. Here's the thing. The boat, unlike you guys, does still take half damage on a save. So.
Boat can't have it all, I guess.
Yeah, boat can't have it all. So the boat takes
holding down on the way.
The boat takes 20 or it takes 11 slashing damage because it's half. So do me a favor, Mitch. Keep track of the boat's HP. It has 50. It's down 11, so it's at 39 now.
39 boat HP.
Yep. Okay.
HP.
And that is the Queen of Bones' initial turn. I need... Who's up next?
It's me.
Whoop. Oh, it's over here. That's a Bones. Bones, you are in the water next to the Queen of Bones. She's joinking and spinning and trying to coil you up. What do you want to do?
All right, I'm not currently grappled, right?
You're
Like,
not
I'm getting
currently
stabbed.
grappled or restrained or anything like that. She failed to actually wrap you up in a coil.
All right, so I imagine I can't see much right this second, but from my time on the boat, can I recall where the closest not deep water is?
This whole area is deep water. Now,
Okay.
you know from your spatial awareness that to the north of you, right?
Yeah, I know that's fucking,
Is-
Dream Island.
Dream Island, right? But you have no idea what is to the west of you. Technically, the nearest dry land is to the south of you, this ridge, which is about 5 feet up.
I'm
But
not
that's
going
back
down there.
towards the Scourges territory.
Okay, to my fellow players, are we committed to leaving? Because if not, like, I'm the one with the magic AC reducing dagger, and I just need to know.
I am fine to find it, but everybody else was quite adamant about running, so let's run.
Okay. I would like to get my damn Cloak of the Manta Ray on.
Okay?
Um,
All right.
Yeah, can that be my free item interaction? It's just a cloak. It's not like armor or anything.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just basically pulling the cloak out, right? The cloak already requires an action for you to pull up the
Yes.
hood. So, yeah. So just getting the cloak out is fine, because it's already going to require an action for you to activate it.
Yes, it does.
So,
All right.
I like to think the cat bobs under the water for a second here, right?
Yeah.
And while you're underwater, you're like, oh god.
Okay, I'm putting my hood up. I'm
Okay.
gonna. So now I have a swim speed of 60 feet.
Yep. Absolutely.
I will disengage and pray to God that does something.
Okay. Gotcha. Sure.
And I will make for Dream Island.
It's too bad that the Queen of Bones has Sentinel and she doesn't give a shit about your disengage.
Well, that's not great.
No,
But
wouldn't
okay.
Wouldn't that be no? You duck
Time to
into
give
the
boss the
water.
Sentinel.
You pull out the cloak of the manta ray, wrap it around yourself, pull up the hood. Right, the cloak squeezes down and kind of like attaches to your arms, kind of like turning you into a manta ray. Kind of, right, but not fully. Enough to where you feel natural under the water. You breathe deep, able to breathe underwater, and just utilizing your already natural swiftness, you see that the Queen of Bones is just thrashing. She's basically just flailing. She is way more concerned with this boat that has entered into her territory than she is with you specifically. So you're able to disengage and what's up?
55. Okay, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Okay, I disengage and I'd be like shift. And then I swim. Like a cat.
Fruit fly trying to fly into my eye repeatedly. All right, fantastic.
Should I just cat dash? What if you guys need my help? What if she pulls me back though?
The fruit flies.
She pulls you back, you just cat dash next turn, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'll save the cat dash. I'll just be here chilling out
Okay.
in this fucking water hallway.
You can kind of see behind you, right? Like it's hard. You can't see your allies. You can't really see the boat, but you can see.
I mean, yeah, but like I'll be able to see if somebody else gets yanked.
Exactly, right? You can see Hexacali thrashing, and you're up above this. I imagine you're up above the surface at this point, right? So you can hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so Matashtai, you're up
Alright.
next.
Turn over.
And I will say, I think, right, like you weren't deep diving or anything like that, so you
went
break
around
the
it.
surface a couple times as you swim away, so your allies can see that you have headed north through one of these tunnels. So, Matashtai, what? There's a big bone lady next to you. What would you like to do?
I think our escape route is paddle the boat. So I continue paddling.
I mean, you technically could just run.
I could, yes.
Oh.
So I paddle.
All right. So you are the one. Boat can only move once per turn, right? Whoever is whoever's at the oars, right?
I'm gonna leave oars to Ashes.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
can
gonna
I
Ashes oars.
Do that?
can I like
Um,
pose a scenario before you go through this?
sure.
You can run on the water, and Ezra can teleport himself into person, I think.
Well, right now I can fly.
Okay, but
That too.
we
Zach's trying to say we could get out of here all in a single turn, probably,
that's kind of what I'm
versus
saying.
trying to get the boat out. That's what
Yeah.
what Zach's going for. Is
You just
Matashtai runs away on the water, and Ezra goes Thunderstep or Dimension Door with Ashes, whichever type of situation.
Or
I
I
mean,
use an action and float 100 feet away.
okay, but yes, your action doesn't help Ashes not die. That's what
Alright,
that's
That's
what
the
I'm saying.
secondary.
I'm gonna beat the Shadowrunner first.
Okay,
so
yeah, sure.
it does take me an action to leave my Tempest form, and I can't cast while I'm in Tempest form. Just
That's-
as a heads up.
I forgot
Just
about
as a
that
heads
part.
I did not.
I forgot about that part. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you're resistant, buddy.
That's a plan for next turn, maybe.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot that.
just as a heads up. That's what I'm working with here.
Okay, 24, you crack your staff into the side of the Queen of Bones, and it seems like it does nothing. A 24 does not hit.
25 or 26. Okay. Whap again.
Whoa, love it.
18 does not
Okay,
hit.
That one went poorly. I mean, are you guys good with getting yourselves out? I'll run.
Well, so Jake just explained, I forgot about it, but he can't cast in the form that he's in right now, and it takes him an action to drop out of it. That's the flip side of that form. That form gives him some really good stuff, but he can't cast while he's in it.
What if you like start to run, but hold your action to bippity boppity back in my pockety? Wait, is the fucking
Done.
folding boat like attunement?
I don't think
Surely
so.
not, right?
It is
Never
not.
been attunement.
I attempt to stun the bone bitch.
28
Say it, Jeremy.
Hits.
Say it.
28
Damn
hits.
Too bad
Not-
she's immune to stun.
Not by much, but it hits.
Yeah.
That
Legendary.
is 6 damage.
Make it happen.
This beast of bone does not seem to respond to your attempts to stun it.
Perfect. I'm counting that as stunned.
Okay.
You better put an asterisk on
Look,
that bitch.
look here. She is immune to stun, but I'll roll just to see if she would have failed, and if she would have failed,
I
you
can
can
live
put
with
an
that.
asterisk next to it. Okay, here we go.
All right. I can live
PM's
with
going to
that. I
give
can
us
live with that.
information on what is con modifier.
Oh!
Yes!
Wow,
Plus 12 to con.
12. Good lord.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The only way she could have failed.
Boom. Count it.
Yeah, with an
absolutely.
asterisk.
Put that asterisk next to it. 100%.
Okay. So folding boat isn't attunement. So, like, okay. What if you ran off? Ezra floated, and Jay fucking long jumped, and then balked in my pockety.
Well,
It's up to
Long
y'all.
jump to where?
Away.
The water.
I will say, Bones.
How far do you think you can jump?
When
10 feet.
when the Queen of Bones attacked
That'll get him
you,
away.
Bones, right?
Yeah.
With that little tail pull thing that she did, that was from about 20 feet away.
Yes, I understand that. He has 10 feet, and then he could dash for another. It's
sure.
difficult terrain, so 30 feet. I'm just saying, it's not nothing.
Okay, what do you guys want to do? Matashtai, how do you want to end your turn? Are you sticking around, or are you going?
That's all I can do. I mean, I'm not gonna abandon these guys if they're gonna get stuck here.
Okay. All right. Sounds like a plan. Here we go. Next up is Ezrah. Spark elemental form. What do you want to do?
Spezra.
Spezra.
Ezrah.
Hello, Otis.
I start floating away.
So what's your float? Are you just flying? Is what it is?
Yeah. it's
You're just
50
using
feet
your
fly
movement?
speed. Yeah,
Um,
10, 20, 30, 40.
You get Kirish
Oh no, she.
And
Yeah. Well,
up-
hey, I'm using her reaction, boys.
up under the boat. On the underside of the boat, the other side, you see a spike of bone fly out. And she tries to tail you. She tries to get you with a stinger. 12. She rolling low, boys. She rolling low. Okay. She misses, and that's her reaction. So
Not to do
continuing
math again,
onwards.
Jeremy. God damn it! And I'm going to use my action to dash.
Okay, gotcha. Sounds good. Okay.
At this point, is this where it starts getting shallow? I'm trying to remember in this room.
So it is still. I will draw it for you because you guys are relatively familiar. It is still deep where you're at. About the green is where it's thigh high, knee high type
Okay,
scenario.
Thank you.
But where you're at is still. You can tell deep enough for the Queen of Bones.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay. Ashes, you're up. What would you like to do?
I drop the oar.
Hmm?
I jump to the end of the boat.
Hmm?
I plant my feet, and how far is this? Is this at least 10 feet?
Yeah,
It
that's 10
is
feet. Yeah.
Just 10 feet.
Easy peasy.
So I get a running start, and I long jump. It is a foot per, my strength score, which is 21, but that's not really this is 20.
Sure. Okay.
And Stalker's Prowess increases that number by 10 more feet.
Okay.
So I long jump 30 feet
Okay.
and dunk into the water.
All right. So what's your actual movement? Like, what's your
my
move speed?
actual movement is 45.
Okay. So you just went 50. Are you using your action to dash? Otherwise, I need you to come back
I'll
5
be
feet.
right here.
That's fine.
But yeah, then I'm gonna use my action. But I'm in the water, so I don't have a swim speed.
Okay, so if you are going to use your action to dash, go back where you were, because that still counts as 5 feet and you're fine. But now you're in the water and you have 40 move speed left, and it's difficult terrain, so you can only move 20 feet, right? Because you don't have a swim speed, and that's how that works.
And
you're also free to do this because Ezrah did trigger the attack of opportunity, so the Queen of Bones doesn't do anything.
doggy paddle further down the.
Doggy paddle further down. All right, sounds good. Okay. It's back to the top of the round. And it's back to the Queen of Bones. Matashtai
This is a fucking
valiantly stayed behind to make sure that he didn't abandon his allies, and is now the only one on the boat. So
Now I still lower.
Sometimes it do be that way, I suppose.
Bitch, if you don't.
Okay. First things first. She is more interested in the boat than anything else. She is going to royal yet again.
She is absolutely a beast.
I need a DC 16 dexterity saving throw from you, Matashtai, and from the boat.
Okay. Wasn't the boat's AC 11?
The boat's AC is 11, but this isn't an attack. I just have it attached to an attack, which actually I don't have to do anymore. I can turn this into not an attack. I forgot about that.
You said dexterity saving throw?
Yes, dexterity saving throw.
Oof,
16.
close.
16. Okay, so you save, you take no damage. I need one from the boat.
The boat!
The boat makes it. So the boat takes half damage, so 9 damage to the boat, right?
Fucking beast.
At which point, you see the tail of Hexakali wrap up and around the boat itself. As she begins to coil around the boat. So she is going to actually try to coil the boat.
Fair.
That's a 23, so that definitely hits. The boat is now restrained, and it
What's
takes
the
12 slashing damage. So boat's going down quick, and then Hexakali basically just you see now that part of her body is wrapped around the boat, holding it in its position in the water, almost kind of like a little mini Kraken scenario, right? And then her big maw, which you can see the jaw isn't really connected. It's like hanging magically, right? Almost as if it should be connected, but it isn't. And then she bites into the boat. Like she tries to like rip the boat in half. So here's a bite. This is at advantage because the boat is restrained.
No.
I guess technically.
No boat.
Boat. 17 damage to the boat.
No
The boat have 1 HP.
It has 1 HP.
The boat has 1
boat
HP.
has 1 HP.
Boat has 1 HP. That's fantastic. Hexakali is now in this square, though, basically. She is in the square of the boat. So, fucking congratulations, boat. Bones, you're up.
Boat best tank.
Godlike boat.
I just continue to leave.
Okay?
Yeah, I just fucking swim up here like a damn orca.
Like a damn orca. Alright,
I fly out like a damn orca.
as you pass the green line, you're now in territory where you no longer need to swim. So, okay. Anything else for your turn?
That's my turn.
Matashtai, you're up.
Okay. Does Hexakali count as being aboard the boat?
Magic the Gathering wording. It's important.
Because
I'm
it says
not
that I can fold the boat back into the box as long as no one's aboard.
Oh, gotcha.
I would say not aboard, but
I
But
say
it
that. I
folds
don't even-
smaller inside of where she's holding.
no, I think the implication there is no one can be on the boat, and she's definitely on the boat.
I don't think that's the implication at all. I think the implication is no one can be inside of the boat because it's gonna fold up. If she's wrapped around it, that's whatever, but it's folding up.
She's got multiple ribs in the boat.
Okay, you should have just, said I plan to take the boat from you.
That's not what wait, does that doesn't even do anything, does it? Like,
It doesn't have health on the actual boat, so I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Like it's not technically a rowboat. It just says it's a boat this size that folds out.
Yeah, it's a magic thing. I don't think it has HP.
So what I assumed the scenario was that it has HP. It has the HP of whatever vessel is created, right? But like, if its HP is destroyed, then it's not like the object is destroyed. It just goes poof, right? Like it just disanimates. Like it
But where does it poof to?
back to its controller, I guess. Is how I
Okay.
would have because I mean when you
So-
bippity boppity it, that's what happens. Is it goes back to you.
but okay. So just to be clear, I can't bibbity boppity it, but if I stab the boat, If
And then
Bibbidi Boppidi
leave.
Look,
yourself.
I don't make the weird rules for the scenario. Like, you
Well-
asked if she counts as being on board the boat. Yeah, she's kind of on the board the boat. If your intention is to just make sure you don't lose the boat, though, I hadn't planned on stealing the boat from you. Like,
Yeah,
it was
that's a
probably
good
just
clarification.
like,
I will keep the boat however I need to keep the boat.
I
I'll
was
beat the shit out of this boat to make it safe.
I think the scenario is just like, if the boat gets popped, it's like, it's like it just doesn't work at that moment. It just like goes back on you, right? Like, I don't know.
Okay.
It's not we're not
then-
destroying the boat.
With that being said, I'm going to take out my ethereal staff and Monkey King pole vault stab into the boat and Bibbidi Boppidi get back to my pockety and run.
Don't forget to disengage. Unless you want to roll it.
I suppose I should probably disengage.
I mean, it's up. It's up to you. If you want to say you're not gonna stab my ass back here, that's your gamble to take.
Okay. There's some interesting interpretations for like what would happen, but nothing that I'm seeing immediately. So I don't think I want to spend ages and ages on this. I'm not trying to steal the boat from you guys, and I don't think the boat is going to be something that you're using constantly. It's just been convenient in this particular location, so I'm not really worried about like the boat is so OP and we need to establish some very clear rules about the boat. You're smashing the boat so it goes back in your pocket? Like, okay, cool, great,
Sure.
Done.
Alright,
Done and
I'm
done.
gonna step in the wind and run away.
Okay. And you're disengaging, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So technically, if smashing the boat was an attack, then I only have 50 feet of movement because I need to use step of the wind to disengage.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
if that's the route that you're wanting to go, then yes, you have to destroy the boat.
All right.
Okay.
This is where I get to.
Ezra, you're up.
It's gonna get destroyed regardless.
There's this huge sploosh, Matashtai. As you break the boat goes bloop, 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 back into your pocket, and Hexacoli goes into the water.
Yeah, second nerd, and I run.
You realize when you say that, you're literally the only thing around, so she looks at you.
That doesn't seem right.
Or she would if she had eyes. Yo!
Wow. He didn't.
Alright, what are you doing, Ezra?
So I'm gonna use my 50 feet of movement
Oh, it's time to stand up.
to plop there and
how
use my
compliant I am.
action to turn into a normal real boy.
Okay. Back to a real boy. Gotcha. Okay. Spark Elemental Ezra goes bye-bye. Normal Ezra comes back out. Do me a favor, re-roll your initiative.
Reroll initiative.
And I will
Alrighty.
spot you back in at a 7. Fantastic. And we don't need Spark anymore. It's gone. Cool.
End of my
Anything
turn.
else for your turn?
And my turn.
You are donezo. Ashes, you're up. You can hear the roiling and thrashing behind you.
I will action dash to get 40 feet and go up to there.
Okay.
I'm sitting there. I look over. I see. Oh, there's that. Oh, okay.
Wouldn't it be 45? Because don't you have 45?
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah.
So
I got
you
40.
get an extra 5.
Oop.
Okay. Hexacoli is mad. She mad. People have entered into her territory. She knows where the last one headed, So she
Oh, Lord.
swims that direction.
I'm gonna get scorpioned back into her
No.
area.
Send her away.
You
Just
are
barely. You are not going to.
Oh my
just barely out
God.
of her range. But here's the thing, right? Like, she understands that scenario, so she just moves up on you. She uses her action to just move up on you. That's Hexacol. So you all can see Matashtai running across the surface of the water with this skull and spines shark kind of like breaking the water behind
I
him,
like to
directly behind him.
Matt's running like Jack Sparrow.
Why's the rum gone?
All right, Bones, you're up.
Let's go faster.
Gotta go faster, 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 faster.
Wham, wham, wham.
All right. Well, she's got to fail this, but it is what it is. Oh no, what? Yeah, I got. Yeah, fucking beam. All right, gem of brightness. Pew.
Were those words?
Okay. You hold out the Gem of Brightness. It's a 5
Gem
foot
of
line, right?
Brightness.
It's just a fucking beam I can target.
Oh, a target, a person. Okay, so you don't have to worry about hitting Matashtai. Great, fantastic. You hold the gem out, and it beams across at the massive bone structure creature who doesn't have eyes and does not seem to respond to your Gem of Blindness.
I don't know why I thought that would work, but it was worth a shot. All right, see you guys later.
You didn't have anything else to do. It's fair.
I'm gonna get 25 feet away from the shore. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet away from the shore.
Okay.
All right, turn over.
Gotcha. Matashtai, you're up. Queen of Bones, right the fuck behind you.
No. E-point step of the wind. Like,
Step of the wind.
All right, so disengaging, running the fuck away. All right, sounds
30,
good.
40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65.
Good lord.
Wait, no.
You
I
probably
was
don't
gonna
wanna
say,
be on my
you
island.
do see the colors dancing on the island, the wall of blue.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's like somewhere around there, I think.
All right, sounds great.
Ish.
Ezra, you're up.
Wolf Boy's taking his sweet ass time.
I'm not like you guys.
Wolf Boy's doing his best.
I'm trying.
I'm trying.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a fog cloud on.
Oh shit! Get fogged up.
You didn't have eyes.
I'm gonna drop it right here.
Okay. How big is a fog cloud?
20-foot radius.
That about right? Like that?
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
Pretty good? Is that where you want it? You feel okay with that?
Yeah.
20. Okay, cool. Fantastic.
And is this considered difficult terrain?
Where you're at no longer is. No.
And I begin walking backwards.
Okay, sounds good. Ashes. You're swimming for
can't
the
see.
shore. You're swimming for the shore. Matashtai goes running across the surface next to you, and you see Ezra like doing hand signs and stuff, and then you're just enveloped in fog.
Okay, I'll just keep going the direction I was heading.
Yeah.
So,
No,
I'll go-
you have to roll a randomizer dice because you can't see where you're going. No.
course.
Roll a
All right.
navigation check, please.
Please.
I go straight down.
I go straight down.
Roll to
Oh,
navigate.
All right. So since this is all difficult terrain, I'll spend well, I guess 40 feet to go. I guess that was the direction I was heading. Here.
Yeah.
And then I'll go my 5.
You feel dry, not dry land, but you feel less water underneath your feet.
All right, then I'll use
You're
my
now out of the
action.
swimming space.
I'll use my action to move 45 more feet.
You
and
can't
in
run
my
through
turn-
that. You can't run through that,
I mean,
Alan.
you can run into the
Oh,
to the
right.
to the
No,
Dream Island.
I know what that is. I don't want to do that. I want to go this way
Who
instead.
wants to run in Dream Island? Okay. All right. Top of the round.
Fighter.
Hexakali comes surging into the space. And you see on the edge of the fog cloud, Bones specifically, I think, and maybe Matashtai, Ashes and Ezrah are kind of blocked from sight by the fog cloud, but you see her begin to kind of like thrash and roil the surface of the water. But you're all in shallow waters now, and she's not going to pursue. So she, as her actual action, sinks beneath the surface of the swampy waters, and Hexakali fades from sight. You have escaped from the Queen of Bones, and that is that. So, congratulations.
I like how had we stayed and fight, we had all been in the water.
Yeah, we gotta get some swim speed potions or some shit.
I have a ring.
Oh, okay. We gotta get one swim speed potion for Ashes. I assume Jake is gonna fly or do something.
Just
I
fly
do
around.
not have fly.
We gotta get 2 swim speed potions.
Okay. You guys are back at the memory fragment. You have escaped from... You have parlayed with the Sethian Scourges, angered the Sethian Scourges, escaped from the Sethian Scourges, encountered Hexakali, the Queen of Bones, and now escaped from Hexakali, and seen a taste of what Hexakali has in store for you. So,
Information was achieved.
plenty of information was accomplished today.
AC is not too far away from 28.
I can hit that. And I only have to hit it once, and then it'll be easy for y'all. Well, easier.
That's true. Yeah. Good point. Good point.
Not easy, but easier.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, it'd be
I'll take it.
fine. It's not a janky underwater DPS race or anything like that.
Okay.
Isn't every combat a DPS race of some sort?
With you guys, yeah, absolutely it is.
First order of business, I shake dry.
You guys see my coach shirt?
You
I'm
you
a
drench
coach.
Ezra in filthy swamp water and blood,
And
because you're
just
a little
digit
beat up,
bit.
actually.
Yeah. Well, it's I have 100 HP, so I'm like 8 points over having to make rolls. So.
I guess it's time to get some frogs to sacrifice their lives then, yeah?
Yeah, is that the plan?
I don't know. Is it?
We might be able to do some research on why their armies are like brainwashed. See if
I think
there's
we
some-
know based on their reaction and
To the
their telepathic bitch slap. I think
it's-
we know.
For sure the rod.
Okay, so then I absolutely suggest we go back to Karstus and see if there's any kind of way to like stop the rod from doing its thing.
We have fetishes that do that.
No, but the rod, we need to like
It stops the
if
rod from
we-
working on you guys, but
He's referring to the thralls.
It's like,
Right.
how do you
They've
guys
got
free them?
drow. They've got bullywugs. They've got
A
giant toads.
frog monstrosity.
They've got a Durgar. Like, if we can just like remove that from the equation, it's just gonna
think
get
we
a
just send
lot
Bones
easier.
in invisible on a stealth mission to steal it.
Let's just start killing. We kill a little bit, we run away. We kill a little bit, we run away. Eventually, they don't got nothing left.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm sure they're
everybody
just
loves
gonna
a
let that
heist.
happen.
I think we let Bones heist it.
Yes, then I will be the only one in immense danger.
I'm sorry, but immense is not the appropriate word for just how dangerous it is. It's
It's
Lord.
mediocre. It's mediocre.
I think that's more along the lines of suicidal. Personally,
No,
I
no,
strongly
it's,
believe that you would succeed.
yeah.
They probably don't even hold it. It's probably like inside their body at this point.
No, it's
I
in the
feel-
lake
I feel
next
like
to
they
the
hold
froggy
it.
myth.
I feel like they keep it on them at all times, somewhere.
Yes, inside of them.
so we need a potion of locate object. I know that'd be a scroll. We get a
Or
scroll.
we just need to
locate
kill them.
Nice.
Okay,
Um,
well, I mean, we can
so-
try and heist it, but that doesn't change that they exist.
I'm just gonna throw that heist. While it'd be fucking awesome, I do believe is signing
suicide
your life
mission?
away. That would be most likely resigning Bones as a character.
Fewest number of lives would die in that situation.
Wow.
Did you really just make a greater good argument?
I did not say it was the greater good. I said that
You
less
have
lives would
to.
die.
So what are you talking about? Because I die, and
There was
if I
nothing
die,
good about that statement.
if I die, I still don't
remember
get the
about showing
rod.
you guys
So it's
this.
just like, how is that the fewest number?
Ooh.
It's like only the fewest number if I somehow get the rod and make it out, and then succumb to my wounds afterwards.
It's still the fewest if you're the only person who dies.
Okay, but if I die,
But the
in
other side is
retrieving it-
0 dying.
Okay, but if I die in retrieving it, then they still have it.
Correct.
That's just Renji's Bankai.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
absolutely just his
So how
bonfire.
did we solve the
100%.
problem other than just throwing my life away?
We didn't.
Look,
Well,
I'll
you-
do it.
To be clear,
I'll
we
do
did
it
not.
right-
Proceed at the stealing.
Look, I'll do it right now, and I will bring back my bro and garbage face, and we'll have a great time. Okay, but
Garbage face.
Gabi. Okay, because I think 12 is the level that they get high enough to do that. But yeah, I think that only works if I make it out and then die afterwards. Like I throw the rod to you and then die.
Why do you have to die?
'Cause that's the only way it's the fewest number of deaths.
It's also the fewest if you don't die.
0 is the fewest.
I don't understand.
I
I
just
think-
assumed
I-
there had to be
I
one.
think the
Don't
assumption
die.
is that
Duh.
it's impossible to do.
I just assumed there had to be one. I don't know. That was just my assumption.
But you know, it's be what it be.
Okay, so what do we want to do?
Well,
That's
we
the
have
question.
a lot of like information to parse and to consider.
Okay, shall we begin considering it?
No, we have been this whole time.
Oh, we have been. Oh,
Yeah, this is the process of doing so.
okay.
Sounds valid.
Here's the problem. I feel like we're kind of in a shitty situation because, first of all, like, if we go for like if we just brute force, the Scourge's armies, right? We're inviting Hexakali to just kind of like mess with us while we're trying to deal with that, and vice versa. If we go try to take on Hexakali, I don't think there's a world where we can fight Hexakali where the Scourges won't know that we're doing so and will do something either during or immediately after the fight, assuming we even survive.
Dude, what if we just go into that deep end right there and just like fuck around for a minute? She'll come out of there.
There you go. I mean,
I was
you
really
know
hoping
she's in
not.
the area.
So I was going before the fog cloud went up. I was going to try to hit her with my crossbow just to get the castigation brand on her.
Yeah, look, if we just go
Can
fuck
you
around in the
even
water.
hit her with your crossbow?
Yeah, can you? With a nat 20, I guess you could. Yeah,
Well,
like if
let's
we
see.
just mess around in the water, like what if we just like dangle out some fish chunks or something? Like or like a body, like somebody's body.
I want to hit.
So yeah,
or
she'll come
just
over there.
have or just have Matt run a lap around the lake until it follows him.
I mean, that's
Slap her
if
and run back.
that'll end well. So there's that option. We could try and lure her over and kill her with the Scourges knowing. The other option I think is obviously guerrilla warfare coming from the left-hand side.
Are we walking back to the frogs while we're having this conversation, or what are we doing?
I don't know.
Because
Honestly,
I know
I kind of
you're
want
at
to talk.
half health. I'm almost at half health.
I kind of want to talk to Karsus to see what he knows about the rod. If he might be able to provide us with like a way, like if there's like a way to stop it.
It seemed like he didn't have a whole lot of information except the school saying go get this or you can't come back. But we can go probe him, see if he has anything more that he wasn't giving us.
Probe him.
Well, whatever. I don't
don't
care.
feel good about letting him take the rod if we do get it, though.
Yeah,
It
no.
doesn't-
If that's really what they are using,
Get the rod, break it over our knee.
What do you mind? What do you mean by if that's really what they are using?
like
We don't
if,
know for
if
certain that the rod is what they're using to control everybody.
or if they have some sort of contraption that enhances it, or they have some weird magic that enhances it, or whatever.
Did he give the full
But,
name of the
like,
rod?
okay,
What's the
Counter
rod called?
argument. Even if the rod only controls a single person,
Mhm.
do we really want Dwemercore having that?
No.
Y'all have these really bad opinions about Dormicoro, and you haven't even been there yet.
The only person we know about Dragon is Karsus, and we love him.
Yeah, Karsus is great.
Also, Halaster.
Halaster's fine.
Whoa,
He hasn't
we
done
don't
anything to
know.
you guys.
I'm just gonna be honest.
Halaster-
Halaster's been nothing but helpful so far. That's all
No,
I'm
no,
saying.
no, no. I just want to, there's not a
Taunting,
single
joking,
square inch
misinformation.
of the Undermountain that isn't influenced by Halaster. So that completely nulls and void the fact that Halaster has any kind of like connection with.
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
Toronto
matter
Core.
if he's actively there. Everywhere is influenced. So look.
Semantics.
Oh, it's
Okay,
it's
so
fun to
we're
get
getting
involved.
off topic. Our options are, let's go talk to Karsus.
Okay. All right, you guys are gonna head that direction.
Making our way.
You're gonna make your way there, and as you do, situations is going to tick up, and because of what just happened, there's gonna be a forced roll as well. So we're gonna roll the 3d6.
He
So
was
Holly shows up.
quiet. It
and
was
something
fine.
you just
She
caused
was
a
quiet.
ruckus at
No.
one of two of the major centers, I think there.
Nah.
So a 6 means
Triggers
something
something.
happens. So let's go see what that something is. Got our random event tables.
The rod of mental control just apparates in front of us. Hey guys, we're good.
Sometimes it do be that way. I need one of you to roll me a 1d6.
Okay. The last roll 1d6. 3.
Okay, cool. As you guys are heading back, roll direction towards Karthus. Yeah. You guys come up from, or are heading down south, and as you do, run into a group
Not a group.
A group.
Oh, I thought you said a grew.
Okay, you run into a group.
Thanks, I hate it.
You run into a group of bullywugs that seem to be retreating from the south.
Okay.
Oh, this boy.
Find out where we are.
Hey,
There we go.
something going on down there?
As you kind of like approach, I got all this cat air. As you kind of approach and you call out, you can see a couple of them are limping. Some of them are wounded, it looks like. And one of them kind of steps forward and croaks and kind of like motions at you, but you recall that you don't. The Black Tongue tribe generally as a whole does not speak Undercommon, does not speak Trader's Tongue. There are just a select few, the New Generation Culp, and maybe a handful of others that are picking it up slowly. So it does not seem as if anyone here can converse directly with you in Undercommon.
I'll point behind them and put like a fighting stance.
Yeah, this one kind of like nods at you and points. You can see he's got like a slash across his arm. He points over at another one who has a crossbow bolt sticking out of his chest.
Matthew, would you like to use your psychic powers, please?
I think you guys are doing great.
You're doing good. This is great communication. You're getting it. It's fine.
Does the bolt look like I don't know,
Fucking drow.
fucking drow you? It's like a black fletching.
Yeah.
Speaking to their mind. Hey guys.
I was committed. I was gonna do it.
Who attacked you?
There's some surprise, right? Like from the yep, some croaking, and the whole party kind of like stops. Like they're not retreating. There's two at the back that are kind of watching the way that they came, unwounded. The only two unwounded, and you realize that you recognize one, kinda semi-sorta, from just not too long ago. This was one of the bullywugs that had been standing on the ridge overlooking the border of the Immortal Vale. And this bullywug that you're speaking to explains that they were on patrol, that they're trying to exert their influence into the space that you have freed up, basically. And as they did, they had a bit of a run-in with some of the drow from the Sethian Scourges, and when that happened, this bullywug took that opportunity to... He wasn't mind-controlled, right? He was one of the fakers, and he took the opportunity to flee. And so they were able to escape with him.
That's
Nice.
awesome. All right. Well,
Time to interrogate
glad to
him.
hear that. Yes. Well, why don't y'all head on back, get rested up. We're heading down that way. We'll keep an eye out for anyone chasing after you.
They kind of nod at you and croak and carry on their way. Say what? I do not. He's very distracting. Also, I have a very I got a lot of real estate I got to utilize. So
You're disgraceful. How can you
look,
use Cat Town
Look.
on...
Talking about Odie?
shush you.
Jeremy has himself a peanut gallery.
I do. I absolutely
He
do.
does.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head down to see Karstis. Aside from that encounter, nothing happens on the way. You make it to the guarded entryway. And say the magic words, enter in to the undead rubbish pile at this point, and reconvene with Karstus. Yet again, there is that odd moment as you kind of all come in, and the flesh golem goes, "Ugh!" Right? And Karstus goes, "Dear Lord, is it you again?" And
Oh, hello.
This is their fault.
So you guys are able to reconvene with Karstus. And I think that is where we will go ahead and take our break. So, we are going to take a quick 5-10 minute bio type scenario, and we will be back in just a few for more Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.